Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, I bought another Montero and I might have actually made a mistake. So I bought this sight unseen like I always do, and I had it delivered here to my buddy's shop, and I just drove up here today. This is my first time seeing it, and it's a little more rough than was described. The seller told me it was quote unquote pretty mint, and I don't think it is. So before I tell you guys what's going on with it and how much I paid, I'm gonna just take you on a walk around for this Montero. I actually don't remember what year it is, so I gotta start by looking at the door jamb. I didn't get a title with it. It is a 1989, it probably was 1990. It was made in November of 89. I like these. I like the four doors. It's got the V6 that I've rebuilt a bunch of times. It does have a manual transmission, but it's pretty rough. So it's obviously been outside. I don't think it's been on the road since 2017. I ran a VIN check on it. And when you're first looking at it, you can definitely tell right here, it looks like it's got some mold or something growing in the paint. I think this will come out with a power wash. I'm not 100% sure. It's kind of up here. And then you've got the world's worst window tint. This stuff is terrible. It should come off pretty easy with a razor blade, so that's not a big deal. And then coming around here, you can see these kind of decals are super cool, but it's missing on this fender, which tells me this was probably replaced at some point. It's got these cool fender flares. These are kind of a neat thing. Haven't seen those before. These two tires are inflated. The one over there is not. And then there's a dent right here and a massive dent in this rocker. Surprisingly, not that rusty. And the door opens and closes, but it's pretty bad. So we'll come around here to the back, more of this stuff. More terrible window tint, a very funny little hitch ball here. I don't know, maybe a little tiny boat trailer. Here's that April 17th. That's the last time that this was on the road. You come back here and you got some carpet that is not original. I don't know what the deal is with that, but the interior looks pretty nice. The headliner is super nice in here, which is not really valuable to like put in a different car, but you know, it's nice that it's nice. You come around here, same kind of story. You got some scuffs, some more terrible window tint, and then you got some more dents. You got a ding right here, and this rocker panel is pretty crushed, which is unfortunate, but again, the door opens, so that's good. And you can see the decals continue over here, like they don't do on the other side, and then this tire is obviously very flat. Hopefully it holds air so that I can get it onto my trailer. And then coming around the front, the windshield is very cracked. Those can be hard to find. Not thrilled about that. And you can't really see it in the light, but there's also some hail damage on the hood here and on the roof. So, yeah. And then the front bumper is also, it's been mangled a bit too, but I'm not super worried about that. But let's look under the hood. All right, so underneath the hood, like I mentioned, this is the 6-cylinder, and it is a manual, so that's pretty valuable. If I could figure out how to open the hood on my own car. I've only owned 1 billion of these. Okay. So under here, I've been told by the guy who sold it to me that it cranks, but it doesn't start and it doesn't have spark. So we'll see. I brought a bunch of stuff to hopefully remedy that. I have no idea, but it is all complete in here. So you've got the airbox. The only thing that we've done since I got here is throw this battery in here so that we can try to crank it. The one that came with it, 100% dead. That's not going to work. I'm seeing a little bit of damage here to some wires, so I don't know what's up with that. We can see that it's just dirty. It's just pretty filthy. So we're going to try to get it started and see if it runs and drives. Okay, sweet. So on the interior is actually pretty nice. As I mentioned, the headliner is really good. It's really low miles, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 133,949, which is kind of a bummer because it doesn't look low miles, but theoretically it is. So it's always fun to see what's kind of left in here. We got, yeah, a Choco Taco. That's great. Got a NOS energy drink that's, who knows how long ago that was consumed, and a Coors. Got a Panda with some Uzis. That's also really good. Nothing super fun in here. This is a little torn up. Like I said, here's that manual transmission. That shifts okay. That gets into 4 and 4 low. That seems to be shifting fine. Really old stereo. Cigarette in the ashtray. It doesn't smell like cigarettes in here, so that's good. Then coming in here, I don't know what's up with these little boxing gloves, but those are a thing. Here's a badge, and then you got the owner's manual. Oh, let's see if he has any history of any maintenance ever. Not looking good. Oh, there we go. Oil filter change. at 2,857 miles. Okay. Oil filter change. That's all. We've got 3 oil filter changes in the entire life of this vehicle, but that's still cool to have. So yeah, things are looking pretty good in here. I guess now it's just time to see if we can get this thing fired up. All right, so like I said, I don't think this has spark, so we're gonna crank it and we're gonna see. But as far as spark goes, here's your ignition coil, here's your distributor, and obviously spark plugs and wires. So here's what I grabbed from my shop. I've got a coil, I've got some spark plug wires, this is a cap for something else, but here's a whole distributor. And I also grabbed, I honestly have no idea what this is, but I grabbed an ECU just in case, because I've parted out a few of these, so I do have extras. So we're gonna jump in here and crank this thing over and see if I am indeed getting any kind of spark. And if not, I think the first thing we're gonna tackle is gonna be this ignition coil. All right, before we do anything, first thing to check is, does it have oil? Because if it doesn't have oil, then you know, there's no point really cranking on it. It's definitely got oil. It's a little hard to see there. Oh yeah, it's got plenty. So we're good on oil. Other thing to check is, does it have coolant? That's just good if we get it fired up. And no coolant. So that's good to know. Maybe it has a leak. I don't know. But either way, we don't need that to fire it up. But it's good to know. Don't run it for too long without water. All right. Yeah, Dave, do you want to just try to crank it, and I'll try to just bridge this right here. Go for it. Yep. Nothing. All right. Cool. So I'm not getting any kind of spark from this coil in any capacity. So I'm gonna start by changing that and see if that's all it takes. All right, got the coil swapped over. Man, I'm really hopeful that this would work. It would be the easiest thing ever if it did. All right, Dave, go ahead and crank it. I'm getting nothing. But let's see if I can definitely smell gas. Terrible, terrible gas. Okay, go ahead and do it again. Nothing. Okay. So I pulled the spark plug out, and it's definitely getting fuel, but it probably is not sparking. So now that it's out, I can test it a little better. Get it again. Nothing. Okay, so we tested for the coil. I actually don't have the right distributor, but we did open this up. It actually looks pretty clean in there. Pulled a spark plug out of cylinder 1 to test it, and I'm still not getting spark. So I'm pretty limited here. I could try to rewire this distributor if I wanted to, because this one's out of a 2-door Montero, and apparently the wiring harness is different. But I'm going to go ahead and not do that because I have a spare ECU. So I came around here, chucked the ECU in, and this is the one that was in it. And it's got a different part number than the one I brought. So that's not a great start, but all the plugs line up. And well, I'd be lying to you if I said I knew the difference, but it's one of these things where I wouldn't normally just throw parts at a problem like this, but I have them, and so it's really easy. One thing I did notice is this ground wire is just loose, so I might try to reconnect that. I don't know where that goes. There's also this random wire that goes somewhere, so that's always kind of concerning. But I'm gonna try to wire this up and then see if we can get it to spark after that. All right, so the new ECU, the wrong ECU, well, we'll see, is plugged in, and I got this ground wire attached right here. So now, come back around to the front. All right, let's see if we get spark now. Crank. Oh yeah, we got spark. Yes, a strong spark. No way, dude. We're gonna be doing burnouts in no time. Wow, this is not my first time putting in a spark plug, but you would not know that. Okay, we've got spark on at least one cylinder. That's excellent news for all parties involved. I wonder if the ECU I have is for an automatic. That wouldn't make any sense. I have no idea. Either way, if it's making spark, I don't care, as long as it's doing it right. Okay. Dave, you crank it, I'll work the throttle. All right, go for it. All right, stop. I think it's the bad gas. I'm getting the starting fluid out. Okay. The gas smells terrible. All right. All right, crank it. Oh, gosh! Woo! Hey, I got backfire! Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow, you good? Okay, so that backfire was absolutely crazy, but it confirms a few things. We're getting air, we're getting fuel, we're getting spark, but apparently the timing isn't right. So usually what happens is if the timing is either too advanced or too retarded, it'll cause something like that. Usually it's too retarded, which means that the spark is happening after it's already passed through top dead center. And so coming in here, I've got the distributor off again, and the motor is just a little bit past top dead center. But what you can see on cylinder 1 is this cap is kind of confusing. So if you flip it over here, this spark plug right here is number 1. It's written in the dust right there. You can barely see there's a 1 right down there. So if you flip it over, the post for it is right here, but the pickup point is all the way over here. So that's pretty confusing if you're trying to time this. But if I put my finger on that groove right there and then flip it over, if I line this up, what I can see is that's where the pickup point is, but look how far back this rotor is. So it's not getting any kind of ignition for way late. This rotates counterclockwise, and so I need to advance this by maybe 1 or 2 teeth. My guess is that somebody was messing with this because it didn't have spark, and instead of doing the ECU, because who has an ECU laying around? Just me. They messed with the distributor, and they set it up wrong. So now that I know it's getting spark, I'm gonna try to time this correctly, and fingers crossed this thing will run, and maybe it's less of a lemon than I think it is. Okay, I'm fairly certain that I've got this timed. It's almost impossible to see down there, but this is at top dead center on cylinder number 1. Again, that pickup point is gonna be right here. So it's lined up with that groove. If I put this in right there, you can see it's just a little bit past it. And then I have a little bit of variation. I can move it back and forth, but this should be good enough to get it started if it is in fact a timing issue. So I'm gonna get this button back up and we're gonna try to crank it again. All right, Dave, let's try it. Oh yeah, okay. Do it again. Yeah! Let's go! Woo! Yeah, this thing! It runs! No, it does got a flat tire.
It'll be alright.
Dude, it's got fuel, it's got RPM gauge.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
Okay, so we have, it says it's in 4-wheel drive. Now it says it's not in 4-wheel drive.
There you go.
There we go. Motor's definitely doing some weird stuff. It says it's got gas. That gas has got to be from 2017. And it doesn't have it has RPM that's doing weird stuff. These do idle high, so that's normal. But I think right now we should put air in this tire and take it for a test drive. Okay, we're gonna go on a test drive. How did you even get this thing to release? Oh, the brakes do not feel good.
They feel horrible.
You didn't say that, you said they felt good.
No, I said they felt horrible.
Clutch feels good. Let's see if it runs. Let's see if it moves. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, we're going backwards. Okay, it's got reverses. Oh, does it have brakes? Oh gosh. Brakes are not good. They are functioning, but not.
Still getting close.
I'll reverse uphill. Yeah, the brakes are definitely not really there. Okay, but it's got forward. Clutch works good. All right, we're going on the road, guys. Brakes or no brakes? We're Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, we're shaking off the dust. We're gonna go straight for the dirt. Straight. Oh yeah, we're boondocking it. Oh yeah, shift's good. A little low on power.
What are you on third gear and you're doing 25?
Hey, you chill out. It definitely sounds a little crusty. We might need to go to first gear for this one. Okay, all right, okay, we're going up this hill. We're going up the hill. I wonder how much it just needs to clear out. It doesn't sound great back there.
No,
It's got a clunk. Man, we didn't check anything. Suspension. We literally put air in the tires and an ECU in here, and we're
picking up the largest hill.
we just found the biggest hill we could. Yeah, is the shocks? What is that? It definitely smells like it's warming up, but that's, you know, like that's good. That's what we want.
What is that?
That's normal. That's normal.
What is that?
It's I don't know, but but literally all of the Gen 1s do a squeak when you turn really hard left or really hard right.
Oh.
Dude, this thing's mint. This is great. I mean, it's not. Well, it's not mint.
It's not.
Oh gosh, I forgot about the brakes. I forgot that we have. Dude, the pedal is dead for a long time.
Yeah, it's like till you're at the bottom.
Till the very bottom. That is not confidence inspiring at all. I'm all the way on the floor, and there's literally no brakes. Let's see if I can lock him up going down this hill.
No, please.
Right. Let's see right here.
No.
That is foot through the floor.
It still slides.
Still slides. It will stop. Not in a hurry. It's okay. I think the thermostat is opened up.
God,
It smells like so much dirt in here.
Yeah,
it's
like burning dust.
It does how. Oh, I wonder.
Oh, dude, I did that earlier and it was a bad move.
I know, but do you think the AC works?
I don't know. Hell no. Hell no.
Dude, I bet it does. I bet the AC in this thing works, which would make me want to keep it. All right, it's getting hot, but it's not overheating yet. I think this AC works. I say we drive it until it either overheats or. Oh no! There it goes. The thermostat opened. It came right back down.
Definitely is an exhaust.
It's definitely got an exhaust leak. It feels a little bit like a miss, but I set the timing very haphazardly by hand. So, yeah, dude, the thermostat came right down. We're good.
We're good.
We're so good. We're going 45 miles an hour. We don't have brakes. And it pulls really hard. So if I let go, oh, that tire has 15 PSI in it. But we're on the road. Windshield, oh no, I forgot about the windshield wipers. All right, ready for my emergency braking?
No.
That's all the way to the floor. All the way to the floor.
It's not about 300.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, it's
Still
definitely
bouncing?
it's bouncing, but
Why is it doing that? Bad fuel?
can you see that? Can you see the RPM bouncing? Yeah.
It's got a cam.
It's got a it's got a cam.
Oh,
No,
we'll say
that's
it's a cam.
that's definitely not bad fuel.
No, it's
It'd be more consistent. It'd be a little more consistent than that.
Ryan! Oh my god! Oh, bro.
There we go. All right, it does donuts.
Not very comfortably.
Not very comfortably or very efficiently. Oh my gosh! All right, I consider that a good
like
test
the
drive.
balance.
That's a good test drive. We now have developed a steering wheel shake. That's new.
Oh, good. It could be the butt of the tire.
It could be. Well, there you go, guys. I got this thing running and driving, and it only took me like an hour or so. That was actually pretty quick. Super helpful, obviously, that I just had parts I could throw at it. And if I didn't know it was the ECU, that could have taken a while. Now, obviously, there's a lot more to do with it. The brakes aren't very good. The suspension is really clunky. I think all the shocks are blown. It really just needs a solid clean, a new windshield, and all sorts of odds and ends. But now that it runs and drives and I've like tooled it around, it's way better than I thought. I think cosmetically on the outside, it could definitely use some help. but everything functions. It seems to be pretty good, so it might be worth saving. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think I should do with this. I'm pretty undecided at this point. I'm just stoked that I picked it up, got it running, and now I have another running Montero. So anyways, hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a comment and a like below, and I'll catch you on the next one.